कुछ नहीं बताया था। लाइक क्या हो रहा है, ये तो कुछ बताया ही नहीं, इनसे ज्यादा तो मुझे पता है। आई वॉज ट्राइंग कि यार हो जाएगा। ओनली थिंग आई कैन से वाज demotivated.
I'm sure आप अपने पेरेंट्स को भी नहीं बता पा रहे होगे that this is happening because they have sent you and spent a lot of money. How much money did they spend on this physical coaching institute for you?
It was 50. Okay.
It's a very sad reality, Jiya, because I myself has experienced this. And when these institutes exploit students like this, it just boils my blood.
I told my father to get me this. I literally started from scratch again, from elements of design. The way you motivate us, the way you guide us about everything. I was really nervous कि भाई मुझे इनसे बात करनी है.
So, what else contributed to your success apart from, of course, we being there?
So, the next mindset बहुत 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 important है.
Okay. So, yes. Jesse, exam you sat and you got the question paper. What was the reaction then?
And then the last question was futuristic drawing, and I was like, this is the thing. यही चाहती थी मैं कि कोई तो product आ जाए, because I was really good at making products. And yes, I really like this. Then
Hi everyone, I am Pallak Kakkar Khanna and you're watching me on the Design Ladder, a stepway to your dream design college. And today is a great day, the day we have been working so hard for the full year, because today is the day when I'm going to make you all meet all the aspirants, and one of the aspirants that I really wanted everyone to meet and see, who's cracked NIFT Delhi, which is the dream of thousands of design aspirants, almost every design aspirant who sits to prepare for NID and NIFT. And she's finally made it with an All India rank of
397 and category rank 65.
That's category rank is 65 and 397 is All India rank. And that is a great score. Welcome, Jiya. Welcome to the Design Ladder. How are you feeling about this rank?
This feeling is a blessing. This is something which everybody dreams of. It is all because of the Design Ladder. I'm not kidding. I'm not just doing for the sake of doing it. I'm literally telling it is just because of you.
It's definitely my support, Design Ladder team's guidance, but all efforts that you've put in taking that guidance, the whole credit that goes to you for your hard work. So many congratulations. I'm sure your parents are super duper proud. I would like to tell this to everyone that apart from NIFT, she has cracked almost every entrance exam that she's sat for. Which all entrance exams you cracked, Jiya?
I cracked NIFT, obviously. Then I cracked NID as well with a really good rank in that as well. In category, my rank was 122 in NID. And I cracked IIAD as well and Pearl as well. Like Pearl, I got a merit scholarship as well. This is such a good feeling that when you give those exams and then you actually do it, it's amazing. When you give the exams, you're like, okay, ये नहीं हुआ तो फिर ये हो जाएगा. Will choose, but I always wanted कि I'll choose where I'll go.
That's what we want every aspirant to always look for, that you should have options and then you will decide where you want to go instead of just being left with one option and just being at the mercy of that rank. And you're the biggest star, the pride of Design Lab. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So let's move on and let me ask you some quick questions so that every aspirant who's watching this video can take some inspiration from that and can learn from that. So beginning with Jiya, I would like to know, where are you from and when was this that you chose to start a coaching preparation journey for NIFT?
As you all know, myself Jiya Kumawat, and I'm born and brought up in Madhya Pradesh, Devas. I completed my schooling as well. I was a pretty good student, like teacher's favorite topper student, and everything was really nice. And everybody had high expectations and everything. कि ये तो maths लेगी. I was like, no. I took humanities, by the way. I have used that humanities का knowledge into design preparation a lot.
One thing I think a lot of aspirants should take inspiration from Jiya is, you should choose what you like to become. Having clarity on this is very important and not just the marks. So design cannot be your plan B. Like in case you're not good with maths or English or anything, and you think I'm an average scorer, let me take design. You'll never succeed into that until unless you have a passion for it. So I want to know how journey started and where did it start?
So my first coaching was in Indore. My father was like, you should go for an offline coaching because it is more convenient. It is more like you have an interaction sort of a thing with the faculty and all. I felt literally demotivated when I went at that place. They had a flexible timing. The faculty used to teach us separately that okay, you guys we were made into groups and then we were given this like okay, we study this topic and somebody who is not so uh, done with the previous one. So he was left at that thing only.
So there was no structure into the coaching, which you felt it was there initially. You felt they had it, the way they sounded. But when you went, the reality was something totally different.
Exactly. And then the study material as well, they promised to give the stationery and everything by like they will give it. We used to go to the faculty and say, "Sir, de do," and a sense of responsibility was not even there.
What was the reason that you felt demotivated? Wasn't there any mentor to uplift you? There was nobody such there?
I don't know what happened over there, but the vibe, the energy was very demotivating kind, sort of like it was like ठीक है हो जाएगा कर लेंगे ये ऐसे नहीं होता है rest of the days the students are like literally doing anything when I used to go for feedbacks used to literally give a lot in my things कि मैंने ये बनाया है but the feedbacks were like हाँ अच्छा है like, भाई फीडबैक दो कैसे अच्छा है क्या इम्प्रूव करूँ क्या नहीं करूँ.
No, there was no structure. There were no feedbacks. Even detailed feedbacks were not given to you, and there was no encouraging vibe in that place.
Literally remember it very nicely. It was the day of preparing stamps, and I saw your video of stamp making. I knew everything about stamps, literally everything about stamps. And when I went there, कुछ नहीं बताया ऐसा. Like क्या हो रहा है ये तो कुछ बताया ही नहीं इनसे ज्यादा तो मुझे पता है. And then धीरे धीरे वो सब कुछ इतना बढ़ गया burden that I chose to go to hostel. फिर मैं hostel गई just to save the time. I went there and I stayed up there. I was trying कि यार हो जाएगा हो जाएगा. Only thing I can say I was demotivated and I was not feeling worthy. I was not feeling like okay कि मैं ये कर भी पाऊंगी कि नहीं. So that was everything happened that way.
I'm sure आप अपने parents को भी नहीं बता पा रहे होंगे that this is happening because they have sent you and spent a lot of money. How much money did they spend on this physical coaching institute for you?
It was 50. Okay.
50,000 rupees on a physical coaching institute that has a name and everything, and you were just getting demotivated every day. That's
So
a very sad reality, Jiya, because I myself has experienced this. And when these institutes exploit students like this, it just boils my blood, because every year we get around 20-25 students who have joined some like the biggest names of coaching institute, and then students get so disappointed in 2-3 months itself that they then request their parents to join somewhere else, and then they come to us, and within like 10 days they realize, oh my god, like this is another world here, and where have we wasted our parents' money? So were you able to communicate this to your parents at that time when you were living in hostel?
yeah, before that I started ghosting that coaching कि मुझे नहीं करना है. I used to search about what are the coachings and everything. So I saw your video of in which you introduced your app, like the Design Ladder app. I downloaded it. I told my father to get me this. I literally started from scratch again from elements of design. I was like, yeah, अब तो शुरू से शुरू करना है, ठीक है?
From
भले
design
आता है yes from design ladder videos अब तो यहीं से चालू करूंगी. Then I started from the things and then in middle only I told my mama papa that I'm not doing from there, I'm not going there. So it was a very unexpected answer. He said जाने दे नहीं हो रहा है तो जैसे हो रहा है वहां से कर.
So it's great that your parents supported and appreciated your decisions about it.
They never asked me why you don't want to do this. They are like okay तो जो कर रहा है वो कर. और फिर तो मतलब था कि अब तो करना ही है अब तो नहीं छोड़ूंगी मैं. I started seeing the recorded videos only क्योंकि ऑलरेडी हो चुका था. Like I used to plan structure out everything कि ये अब करना है ये इसके बाद करना है ये इसके बाद करना है. उसके बाद फिर पता नहीं कैसे सिलेबस टाइम से पहले कंप्लीट हो गया. And I was like this is the thing यही चाहिए था मुझे. This is how it went कि ऑफलाइन से ऑनलाइन तक का सफर एंड देन यहाँ से निफ्ट तक का सफर.
So I remember, Jiya, एक दिन बहुत emotional होके you sent me a very long message that what are you feeling after coming to Design Ladder? What happened in that moment and what was going on in your mind?
डिजाइन लैडर की जो वीडियोस होती है दे आर लाइक दैट यू लाइक पिक अप अ टॉपिक एंड देन यू थिंक अबाउट इन एंड एवरी डायरेक्शन कि भाई इसका क्या इसका क्या इसका क्या. सो देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ क्लैरिटी ऑन द टॉपिक. एक मोटिवेशन आ जाती है दैट आई एम देयर इज वन थिंग कि लैक ऑफ नॉलेज होता है तो समझ में नहीं आता कि क्या करना है. वो कमी होती है ना वो पूरी हो जाती है. एंड देन नेक्स्ट इज यू द वे you motivate us, the way you guide us about everything. I was really nervous कि भाई मुझे इनसे बात करनी है.
So one thing is clarity, that you get an absolute clarity and a lot of different ways of thinking about the same topic. What else were the differences you think? My way of teaching and in their way of teaching, or in my way of presenting, because a lot of students think that a general live session is better than a recorded session. Do you think the kind of recorded or the kind of storytelling way we build in Design Ladder is better, or a live session is better?
The recorded videos were far much better because one thing, it is very interacting. Okay, the videos on like the logo design or stamp design, so that is very interactive and it stays up in mind very much. One thing is that it was very innovative. Animated videos were are very interacting, right? Talking about live sessions, when teachers took the live sessions, that was also very interacting. It had visuals, it had those things. I obviously saw the recorded lectures, but still it was very interacting. मेरे को ऐसा नहीं लगता था कि यार एक घंटा 2 घंटा 3 घंटे भी वीडियोस होते थे तो आई वॉज ओके विद इट. देयर वाज ऑलवेज अ स्ट्रक्चर, लाइक ऐसे हवा में क्लास कभी नहीं हुआ आप लोगों का. सो दैट वाज द थिंग जो बहुत ज्यादा हेल्प किया. वन इज क्लैरिटी ऑब्वियसली, द सेकंड वन इज दिस that it had a proper structure and a proper planning. The next one is the type of words you say to your students. लाइक आपको कैसे मोटिवेट किया जाता है, आपका कैसे माइंडसेट बिल्ड किया जाता है, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो हियर हमेशा सिर्फ यही दिमाग में होता था कि यू कैन डू दिस, यू कैन डू दिस. सो दैट इज वन थिंग. एक क्लैरिटी, स्ट्रक्चर, माइंडसेट, बहुत कुछ है जो बहुत ज्यादा पे ऑफ करता है.
और आई थिंक बोरिंग नहीं है, which is the biggest thing जो Gen Z को पसंद नहीं है, बोर होना. बोर तो नहीं हो
बोर
आप?
कभी नहीं हुआ. I used to literally binge watch. I used to binge watch the entire chapter and then do this time. So ठीक है, अब शांति होगी, अब सब पता चल गया, अब बनाऊंगी.
So I also want to talk a little bit deeper about how did you find the feedback system at Design Ladder?
So we get our feedbacks within a day, which is very nice and which is very like convenient कि online में भी एक दिन में reply मिल जा रहा है. और क्या चाहिए?
Because we have like a 24-hour policy, because you sit today, you work, and by the time you're sitting to work the next day, you should have your previous replies so that you can go ahead and not make the same mistake again.
Yes. The next thing is like if I get something wrong, they saw each and every one and then जो गलत था, they gave a proper picture कि ऐसे नहीं, ऐसे भी हो सकता है, ये इसमें नहीं, ऐसे करना है. एक डिटेल फीडबैक जो होता है ना वो ऑनलाइन मेल पे मिल रहा है, सब कुछ है, सॉर्टेड है, अच्छा चल रहा है.
So what else contributed to your success, apart from, of course, we being there?
So the next thing which came into the whole success journey was the study material, which was provided by the design ladder to me. We had all the things like reasoning, math, English, separate book of mock test and a separate book of previous year papers. Every topic which has to be considered important, it had it. I used to like on the end days of the journey, I used to sit and take one paper daily or two papers daily, one morning and one night, and I used to solve them. So बहुत handy था, बहुत quick था कि मिल गया, कर लिया, हो गया. That's it.
Did you not get such material from the physical coaching institute? No?
No. We had it, but we have to like search ki is it relevant to this year's like exam or not? Is it relevant or not?
I got to know this about the non-updated study material and everything from a lot more students. Like how these people, even after charging so much, they don't even care to update the syllabus, to update the things. The year they founded their center, probably since then, 10 years back, the same pattern is going on. There's no change in teaching style, although they understand that this generation and the 10 years back generation is like totally different generation. And the way you are also telling that, things were not updated and all of that old. So anyway, let's not get into that. How did you like to learn GK with the design ladder?
Okay, so we had proper PDF. It was handy and the cute with the bullet points are ये इसमें यहाँ से ये यहाँ से इसमें ये होता है ऐसे होता है ना. Okay, एक proper knowledge. अब ऐसे theory तो लिखना नहीं है, right? We just have to have a quick knowledge कि okay ये यहाँ का है, ये यहाँ का है, ऐसे होता है ऐसे बनता है, that's it. So it is updated. जो भी important है सब कुछ साथ में आ रहा है. And then about the current affairs as well. If the G20 has been over, तो थोड़े टाइम बाद we'll get a entire PDF of G20. उसका भी पूरा PDF हो गया. चंद्रयान पहुंचा वहां तक, मून तक, तो उसका पूरा PDF आ गया. So it was like थोड़ा केयर फ्री कि ठीक है, they will give it and we'll do it.
Okay, so I'm glad that it helped you.
It was fun. It was really like जल्दी जल्दी learn हो गया, खत्म हो गया, बात खत्म, ऐसे हो गया. तो it was really nice. Burden feel नहीं होती भाई ये भी करना है अब यार, इसको कैसे करूँ. So वो सब नहीं हुआ. So it was really nice.
So I'm really proud to have built this team, because for me this vision was very important, that any student coming to Design Ladder should feel like they are actually literally here only and nowhere else. Like Design Ladder is at their home and they are with us. So that was very much achievable on an online coaching, because that is only achievable in online and not offline. If I am opening 10 centers, I can't be at all the 10 centers, right? In online,
Yes.
I put every child in every village, every little town, and can help them and build the same experience for them. And thanks to all the digitization and after COVID, everything was possible. And
Yes.
if you never felt alone, this is the biggest compliment, I think, for an online institute, that you always felt we were there and you always get replies. I think we've done a good job there. Let's talk about the day of exam. Okay, so the day you were going to the exam, just one day before, how were you feeling, and how did the exam go, and how was the feeling right at the end of the exam?
Okay, we'll start with the day before. Okay. The most awaited live session, Pallak ma'am का last physics वाला session. So I joined it. You literally told us everything. ये नहीं करना है, ये नहीं करना है, ये नहीं करना है, ऐसे करना है, ऐसे करना है, ये मत पहनना, वो मत पहनना, बॉटल नीचे रखना, ऐसे करना, वैसे करना, everything. ठीक है. Again that मम्मा वाला feeling. उसके पहले तक I was like very chaotic, exam है, but after your session it was like exam है, दे देंगे. Okay. After the entire like the पूरा रोड मैप बना देते, तुम्हें ऐसे करना है, ऐसे करना है, ऐसे करना है. उसके बाद फिर द कम्स द विजुअलाइजेशन वाला पार्ट, जब हम लोग सिर्फ आंखें बंद करके बैठ जाते हैं एंड यू लाइक लिटरली विजुअलाइज, वो सब कुछ पूरा रिक्रिएट होता है दिमाग में, दैट रिजल्ट आया है. एंड देन देखो कि ऐसे तुम कूद रहे हो, खुश हो रहे हो, मम्मा पापा को बता रहे हो. उसके बाद फिर प्रिपेयर करना सब कुछ, एग्जाम के डे के पहले टाइम से सो जाना, सब कुछ प्री प्रिपेयर करके रखना, बैग रेडी करना, कपड़े निकाल के रखना कि फिर सुबह बस निकलना है रेडी होके, पापा मम्मा को एकदम अलर्ट कर देना कि ये होना चाहिए, वो होना चाहिए, ऐसा है वैसा है. आई रिमेम्बर दिस एज वेल. आई वाज सिटिंग, आई जस्ट सेट इन द कार फ्रॉम आवर होटल, लाइक वी वेंट अ डे प्रायर to the center. So I sat in the car and I was like, मुझसे अब कोई बात मत करो. And then when I when the car stopped near the at the gate of the center, and मुझे आपकी एक बात याद आई. Just go like a diva and like अच्छे से ready होके जाना, सब कुछ एकदम. This is the day you have done all this hustles and cures and everything. So just do it. ठीक है. उस टाइम पे ये सब चीजें मैटर नहीं करनी चाहिए. If you are confident enough, तो फिर कोई भी आए कैसे भी आए, just don't pay attention. इतना भाव ही नहीं देने का. And then I went in. Uh, and I went in. And exam center में we obviously go पहले ही चले जाते, like we always have a half an hour sitting onto desk ideally. पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट के साथ गई, बिल्कुल टेंशन, मुझे तो नहीं लगता मुझे कोई टेंशन थी, आई वाज वेरी फ्री।
Do you think this mindset helped you or made a difference than other people?
माइंडसेट बहुत 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 इम्पोर्टेंट है।
Right. So,
यस।
Jesse, exam you sat and you got the question paper. What was the reaction and how did you start going about it?
व्हेन आई सॉ गैट के सारे क्वेश्चंस मैंने पढ़े, सो आई वाज लाइक कि the GK and current affair was very political science sort of thing, मतलब थोड़ा civics वाला आया था, and it was not at all what I मतलब जो मैंने किया था, it was not matching up to it, and it is obviously very unexpected thing, GK वो कुछ भी दे देते हैं, okay, so that was the thing, like okay ठीक है देखेंगे, and then I went to English, I went to uh, reasoning and all. So I first decided कि पहले अपनी strengths पे एकदम अच्छे से कर दो, and then we'll figure out the rest thing. So I solved English first, and then because obviously it had more weightage as well. English had like 50% weightage. So I did English really well, and then I went to reasoning, and then I went to GK. I was like, ठीक है अब देखते हैं क्या है ये. उसके बाद फिर I read the questions, and it was like political science questions. Okay, political science, थोड़ा history था, pol science था, civics ऐसा कुछ था. So then I went back to 12th standard कि क्या क्या पढ़ा था याद कर, मतलब थोड़ा तो कुछ तो याद आए. ये सब हुआ, फिर मैंने जीके कंप्लीट किया. आई लेफ्ट द क्वेश्चंस, आई डिडंट, वाज लाइक ज्यादा रिस्क नहीं लेना, ठीक है थोड़ा नेगेटिव मार्किंग है, तो आई डिड इट. उसके मैथ्स पे गई. ओके, मैथ्स मैंने नहीं किया था, बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, आई वाज लाइक ओनली 10-20% आई डिड मैथ्स का सिलेबस, बिकॉज मैं मुझे बस ऐसा था कि एंड में आई वाज लाइक मुझे बस ड्राइंग कंप्लीट करना है, बिकॉज इट हैज द मोस्ट वेटेज एंड इट इज द ओनली थिंग विच हैज टू बी डन वेरी नाइसली. सो मैंने मैथ्स को इतना मतलब इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं दिया था, बट स्टिल आई डिड इट. मैंने आई गेस 4 to 5 क्वेश्चंस मैथ्स के भी सॉल्व किए थे, एंड आई गॉट द आंसर्स एज वेल. तो आई टिक्ड इट एंड आई वाज वेरी सॉर्टेड बिफोर टाइम, सब कुछ कंप्लीट हो गया था. पहले वापस पूरा चेक किया, रीचेक करा, जो जो नहीं आया था वो सब ट्राई करा, एंड देन गैट सॉरी हाँ गैट वाज वेंट वेरी वेल. And then there was a break of I guess 1 hour in the next paper.
So what Jia's strategy had been to, the first thing is you work on your strengths and complete all the things that you're pro at and to feed into your confidence. And once that's done, then come on to the things that are a little harder for you and see what best can you get out of them. And in case
Yes.
you don't see that there are good things, there are not many things that it's okay. Leave them and still be very confident and move on to the next instead of losing your heart there, because the rest of the things that you won't be able to manage because you need that mindset to stay on. Very well played, Jiya.
Thank you. Okay, then we had a gap of like 1 or 2 hours in the main cat part. Okay, so I sat with my mama papa in the like that. The center had a really nice ground, and we sat under a tree, and we had our lunch there, and then I had a फाइनल रिवीजन करके मैंने सारे जितने भी टॉपिक्स थे ना उन सबका एकदम बुलेट पॉइंट्स लिख लिया था. एंड देन आई रेड इट ऑल एंड वाज लाइक वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट कि भाई अब तो मुझे सब आता है. ओके, एंड देन आई वेंट टू द हॉल अगेन एंड आई सॉ द क्वेश्चंस ऑन द स्क्रीन. एंड पहले तो सबसे पहले तो ब्रेनस्टॉर्म किया सब कुछ अच्छे से, एक एक क्वेश्चन की सारी ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग करी. आई गिव लाइक
Did you read all the questions first?
read all the questions and then chose like what which has to be done, कौन सा करना है कौन सा छोड़ना है, जो अच्छे से होता है वो करना है. So पहले ये सब डिसाइड किया, देन आई ब्रेनस्टॉर्म्ड, सब कुछ अच्छे से बुलेट पॉइंट्स लिखे साथ में लिखा. एंड इट वी हैड दैट कन्वेंशनल एंड नॉन कन्वेंशनल वाले क्वेश्चन, सेकंड क्वेश्चन था. सो आई रोट एवरीथिंग कि क्या क्या जो भी चीट शीट्स थी सब कुछ लिखी. उसके बाद टाइम मैनेज बहुत 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 इंपॉर्टेंट है. ब्रेनस्टॉर्म किया फटाफट, टाइम देखा, लीव इट, ठीक है जितना हुआ है जैसे हुआ है लीव इट. उसके बाद फिर आई कलर्ड 2 of the questions and one I left like shaded, शेड करके, पेंसिल शेडिंग करके, बिकॉज इट वाज माय आई वुड से मैं नहीं थी इतनी अच्छी दैट आई कैन color up a entire page very nicely. इट वाज द थिंग कि अपने स्ट्रेंथ को बहुत 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 अच्छे से जान लो, मतलब अपने अपनी नस नस से वाकिफ हो जाओ कि क्या होता है क्या नहीं होता है तुमसे. एंड देन द लास्ट क्वेश्चन वाज फ्यूचरिस्टिक ड्राइंग एंड आई वाज लाइक दिस इज द थिंग. यही चाहती थी मैं कि कोई तो प्रोडक्ट आ जाए, because I was really good at making products. I knew it very nicely. मुझे पता था कैसे कैसे करना है, क्या क्या लिखना है, क्या क्या इम्पोर्टेंट है. So I really made it really nicely. So ऐसे मेरा पूरा पेपर कंप्लीट हुआ एंड I guess it was on time as well. The time पे हो गया था complete because मैंने mocks दिए थे and I used to take my own mock test as well.
Amazing. So you think practicing mocks and setting timers for yourself that helped you to be totally in like a sound mind to give that exam in such a perfect way? Because usually for 90% of the students, it just goes, it just flows out of your hand. Like time starts and time is about to end. They're not done with the second question yet. Third is still pending. They're not able to decide. So I think the perfect strategic planning was the key to get such a sound and state of mind at the exam time. So if you take a lot of stress, you can never be creative in your exam. So this is very
Yes,
very to practice that mindset from day one of your preparation. It cannot happen on the last day. You think I want to be confident, you'll never be confident. You'll definitely panic. It's a practice that you need to constantly feed into, ask your mentors to feed into you, and you yourself also, and tell your parents also. Okay, if this is something that stresses me out, please don't do this with me, especially on the exam day and also before that. Okay. So, any tips or advice that you want to give to young aspirants?
one thing is analyze yourself. अपने आप को analyze करना start कर दो. It will become your practice. But if possible, sit with your work, all of your works and all of your feedbacks on a day, on a Sunday, and like figure out what are the things you're good at. Write it down where it is where are you going wrong, and what are you good at, what do you enjoy doing. So manage your time well, practice more, खुद को ट्रैक करो, खुद को चैलेंज करो, खुद को एनालाइज करो. टेक इट एज योर मिशन कि भाई आज तो ऐसे करना है, आज तो वैसे करना है. दिस इज द वन थिंग. एनालाइज योर वर्क. वन इज मैनेज योर सेल्फ, मैनेज योर टाइम. इफ देयर आर पीपल हु गिव विद 12 स्टैंडर्ड एज वेल, सो मैनेज कर लो टाइम. एंड इफ यू टेक अ ड्रॉप, इट इज नॉट बैड. 10 years down the line, this 1 year won't matter at all. So it will not matter. Just do it. And next is mindset. Mindset bana lo, ho jayega. So this is how it works for me, and this is the tip I want to give. And thoda subjective tip do to I'll say don't leave maths. जैसे मैंने किया because वो स्कोर करता है. एंड आई वॉज वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट ऑन माई सेल्फ ऑन जीके एंड करंट अफेयर का पार्ट कि भाई ये तो मेरा बहुत अच्छे से हो गया है. बट थिंग्स लिटरली चेंज अप. बहुत अलग टाइप से क्वेश्चंस आ गए. सो इट इज वेरी अनप्रिडिक्टेबल, यू नो. बट मैथ्स personally, maths is like you solve it and you get an answer and you are like pretty sure कि हाँ यही होगा. So don't leave maths. And then work according to the weightage. जितना वेटेज है उतना टाइम दो. फालतू में जब रीजनिंग अच्छा लग रहा है तो दिन भर बैठ के रीजनिंग कर रहे हैं, दैट इज नॉट थिंग. इफ इंग्लिश टेक्स मोर मार्क्स, इंग्लिश पे फोकस करो. ड्राइंग पे सबसे ज्यादा पार्ट है तो ड्राइंग पे सबसे ज्यादा फोकस करो.
That's a great tip right there, to work according to the weightage and not just spend time on something that you only like. Or Gia, there are a lot of aspirants who don't have very good drawing skills, and they think they're not talented enough. What do you think about this?
Drawing is not something which you have from like बचपन से कि भाई बहुत अच्छी ड्राइंग करती. इट कैन ऑल्सो बी अ केस, बट it can be improved. So if you practice really nicely, you will be able to do it. If I talk about NID, NID don't really judge on कि कितना सुंदर बनाया है. They really work on see the ideas. NID में मैंने personally बहुत मतलब ऐसे बनाती थी, ठीक है बस आइडिया समझ आ जाना चाहिए इन लोगों को. NIFT, yes, I focused on static part as well, but with time it will get better. हो जाती है ड्राइंग, ऐसे कोई टेंशन लेने वाली बात नहीं है.
You want to show any drawing references of your previous one and new one?
So this was my thing जब मैं पहले बनाती थी. Like this was the first thing. और ये feedback है जो मुझे मिलता था the design ladder से. From this I went to, I would say, this, like eagles inspired of the lamp, a banana, and then penguin. This is inspired from a penguin wala lamp. I used to do it on my own as well. खुद से भी बनाती थी. And then I went to this. पूरा ब्रेनस्टॉर्म करके कैसे प्रेजेंट करना है. सो इन केस आई रियली लाइक दिस rendering.
So a lot of students usually ask कि coloring कैसे हम online सीख सकते हैं, sketching कैसे हम online सीख सकते हैं. This is the major doubt that comes from the students. So what do you have to say about it?
One thing is आपको एक टेक्निक बता दे. नेक्स्ट थिंग इज आपको फीडबैक दे दे. दैट इज द ओनली थिंग. ओके, नोबडी एट दिस पॉइंट विल होल्ड योर हैंड कि ऐसे करना है. ऐसे तो कोई नहीं करने वाला. ओके, कहीं भी जाओगे नोबडी विल होल्ड योर हैंड एंड make you draw a circle or everything. When you get a technique, when you get a feedback, that is all you want. And the next thing is आपको practice करना पड़ेगा. That is your part to do the practice. You should be that is the responsibility of you, right? कि मुझे करना है. So that is how online drawing sketching सीखी जा सकती है.
So you were able to clearly understand in the online live demos how to color, how to shade, were they very clear and easy for you, or was it difficult?
No, it is, you know what, one thing is आपको थ्योरी आप सुन कान में लगा के बैठे रहोगे तो you will not get it. Okay, listen to it, start doing it. करते करते अपने आप समझ में आ जाता है. There are times when you feel like इन्होंने जो बताया है that is okay, but I can do it this way more better. So you will get your own way. You will literally find your own way. करने तो बैठो पहले. That is the thing.
All right, Jiya. So let's conclude it, and I would like to know what are the top 2 things that every design aspirant should keep in mind while starting on their journey to crack NIFT or NID with top rank, or to crack any design entrance exam with the top rank.
First thing is choosing a right place and a right mentor. Choosing a right mentor is really very, very, very important because you get a strategy, pre-built strategy. You don't have to worry about anything. So you have a strategy into it. You have a correct roadmap. You have a structure. You have a plan that okay, you have to do this, do this, do this, and then you are sorted. My personal recommendation will be the design ladder for my rest of the life that I will always recommend कि design करना है, चले जाओ the design ladder. And the second point would be consistency. Like be consistent with your work always. I don't think so I had a personal life एक साल में. My personal study, professional सारी life was NIFT. Okay, I took it very personally, very personally. NIFT is not just a place, it's an emotion for me. So stick to your dreams and work for it. Okay, so it needs consistency, it needs daily practice and a lot of commitment कि मुझे करना है. And then you should always be very clear कि क्या करना है. ओके, बीच में ऐसे नहीं करना कि यार ये तो नहीं हो रहा, अभी कुछ और कर लेते हैं. सो डोंट हैव दैट like a choosing वाला thing. When you choose a path, choose very nicely and then stick to it. That is the only thing which I want to, like, the most 2 important things which are important to clear NIFT, NID or any entrance exam.
Okay, so as you said, choosing a mentor, and in today's day and age, there are so many mentors for everything. On internet you'll find multiple. What do you think is the right way to choose a mentor?
So go on YouTube, search videos, and search for the people you relate the most with. Okay, every person has a different style, a different way to teach. So see who relates the most with you and your thought processes. The next one is the one who inspires you. Okay, the person who is sitting next to you, in front of you, should always have that sense of inspiration, a sense of respect should always be there. That okay, this person has made to that place where I want to go. The next thing, coming on to the like the materials, जो भी आपको easy कर दे आपकी लाइफ. ओके, आपका प्रिपरेशन लाइफ easy कर दे. सर्च फॉर देम जो आपको easily सब कुछ करवा दे. It should they should have a correct structure, they should have a correct plan कि भाई ऐसे 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 करना है. Because when we are preparing, we don't have to rush कि ये कैसे करे, वो कैसे करे, इसका जुगाड़ जमाओ, उसका जुगाड़ जमाओ. So it should not happen like that. तो easily समझ में आ जाना चाहिए, relate करना चाहिए and inspiring होना चाहिए. This is how you should choose your mentors.
Great. I'm glad you gave such tips, and it'll be easier for the people to find out the right mentor for them. So, Jiya, you finally done cracking all the entrance exams that you gave, and you're finally going to NIFT Delhi. How does it feel?
Literally blessed. And it was my journey, I would say it was fun. At the same time, it was really chaotic, but at the end, it was all successful. One thing, NIFT Delhi जाके, I just have one thing in my mind कि जिस चीज के लिए इतनी मेहनत करी है, वहां जाके अपनी खुद की ड्रीम को मतलब ऐसे डिच नहीं करना है. आई रियली हैव टू गिव माई बेस्ट देयर ऑल्सो, क्योंकि उसके लिए इतनी मेहनत करी हूँ, वहां जाके मेहनत नहीं करो तो फिर क्या मतलब.
Super duper proud of you, Jiya. Once again, I know that you're gonna go and rock NIFT Delhi. The kind of mindset that's already developed, the kind of thought process now that has built up, and the way you've taken everything so amazingly, like a boss lady, and fully sorted mentally. The journey ahead is going to be superb, and you're just going to nail NIFT Delhi, and you're going to like top there as well. I'm pretty sure. All the very best, Jiya.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show, and good luck for everything.
Thank you so much.
अगर आप अभी तक ये पूरा पॉडकास्ट देख रहे हैं तो आई एम श्योर आप डिज़ाइन फील्ड में इंटरेस्टेड हैं. प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर कर लीजिए इस चैनल को, ताकि इस तरह के और इन्फॉर्मेटिव पॉडकास्ट आपको मिलते रहें. ऑल्सो इफ़ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर एनी डिज़ाइन कॉलेज जैसे कि NID, NIFT या SSIFS या किसी भी प्राइवेट कॉलेज के लिए, सो यू कैन ज्वाइन द डिज़ाइन लैडर वेयर आई विल पर्सनली मेंटोर यू एंड हेल्प यू गेट इनटू योर ड्रीम डिज़ाइन कॉलेज. कॉन्टैक्ट करने के लिए ये नंबर आपकी स्क्रीन पे दिया हुआ है. आप कभी भी एक फ्री कंसल्टेशन कॉल हमसे ले सकते हैं. मिलते हैं अगले पॉडकास्ट में एवरी फ्राइडे. तब तक के लिए बाय बाय.